Hello everyone, this is Miss Berry. I was just going to take a minute and show you around our D2L course page, show you where the important stuff is, and hopefully this will help you get started this summer. So as you can see, I'm here in the D2L homepage. I'm just clicking on our course. I'm going to switch over to student view so it looks the same as yours. Alright, so here on the right hand side you can see it's going to show you if you have any quizzes coming up, and then in the calendar it'll also give you some upcoming events that we have going on in our class. Let's see. I want to show you what you might do on a typical day if you are coming in and getting ready for class. So what I would do is I would head over to content and then go to the unit that you're working on. Alright, so here at the top we have some objectives. We've got things to read, things to view, and then things to do. So here under things to read, I would go in this order. So things to read, it tells you to read some stuff in your textbook. So here's how you would get to your textbook. I would go open another window and go to WebAssign.com. Go ahead and log on. I'm doing this before our class starts, so everything is under future assignments right now, and you can see there's no one currently enrolled in the course. So if you are going to read a section out of the textbook, and I've told you the page numbers here, this is how you would get to the textbook. There's a couple of different ways that you can get to it. I'm going to open the student view so it looks similar to what yours will look like. Alright, so you can see right here under resources it says Johnson, A Practical Odyssey. So if you just click on that and then go to the chapter that we're in, so let's say we want to go to chapter 12, they have some lecture videos that we can look at here.
Linear program.
This is obviously not me talking, this is things out of things that come from the textbook company. If you want to look at the book, you can click right here. Hopefully you just saw where I clicked. It says about this class, Quantitative Reasoning, and then I've clicked on the title of the book. Alright, so you can go down here to Linear Programming, which is the title of Chapter 12, and we're just in Section 12.0, and that's what I told you to read if you remember back. On this page, just Section 12.0, and then you can go through here. You can view this in a couple of different ways, like if you want to make this go away, you just click that X. You can zoom out a little bit, and if you want to do double page view, then you can go through it this way. I actually like our book. I don't think it's too overly complicated, and they really do try to go through step by step. As you can see, they've gotten the solutions broken down by steps here. So I really hope that you use this as a resource for your benefit. So that's how you can read the textbook. And then things to view. Here I have some lecture videos. These are actually videos of me talking. They'll link to YouTube. They'll open in a new window, and then you can watch those lecture videos. Now, what I would do if you are watching those lecture videos, before I started, I would go down here and print out these notes. That way you can just follow along and fill in the notes as you go. But if you don't have a printer at home, or if it's inconvenient for you to print stuff out, you could always just copy this stuff down on your own paper. Alright, but these blank notes will go through the exact same things that I'm going through on the videos, on the lecture videos. Alright, so I'm just going to go back to Unit 1. Alright, so after you have viewed the lecture videos, then you will do the homework. So again, the homework is on WebAssign, so you'll go over here to WebAssign. As you can see, nothing is available yet because I'm in student view, but if I go over here, I can show you what the homework will look like. If you're having any issues with Adobe Flash, if it's saying, if it comes up here and it has a red box and it says you need to update Adobe Flash, the most simple way to update Adobe Flash is just to go up here and Google update Adobe Flash. and then it's going to pull up here for you to download it. But when I did this, it still wasn't working. So let me show you what I had to do to make this work. I'm just going to close out these assignments so I can show you what I had to do. Alright, so when I was on the Cengage or the WebAssign homepage, I had to click on this little lock button right here, and then it comes up and it says flash. Now what mine was, it said ask default, but I had to click on allow, and then it asked me to reload the web page, continue, and then after that it all worked for me. So if you're having that issue, hopefully that will help solve your problem. Alright, but this is what the homework will look like. You have unlimited attempts on the homework. Technically you have 100. I've never had anyone get to 100 attempts, but you can continue doing these problems until you get them correct. Alright, so here I'm just going to show you what it looks like when I get a question wrong. Alright, so if I go down here and I get a question wrong, it's just going to put a little X beside it, and then it's going to tell me like what points that I selected. It's not going to give you any specific feedback, or for most of them it won't give you any specific feedback, but what you can do, I've tried to select problems that have this need help, read it, watch it buttons down here, so you can click on like watch it, and then they will pull
graph the region of solutions of the linear inequality.
They will pull up a video that looks very similar to the problem that you're working on, and then they'll go through step by step how to solve that. Alright, so hopefully that clears up any questions. One thing I do want to show you before I leave is how you take quizzes. So if you want to take a quiz, you'll go up here to assignments and then quizzes. Alright, and then it shows all of our quizzes that we have going on. Here I'll just show you what it looks like if I take the syllabus quiz. I'm just going to hit start. This one does not require the Respondus lockdown browser. It's the only quiz that doesn't require Respondus. But you'll just go through here. This is a really simple syllabus quiz, especially if you have the syllabus printed out or right beside you. This should be an easy 100 for a quiz grade. Alright, now for the quizzes that we take like on Unit 1, you'll have to download Respondus. I've made a video down here on how to download Respondus, so I won't go through that here, but it's just where I'm recording my computer as I download Respondus, so should be no trouble downloading that. But if you do find yourself having issues, the best place for you to go is to Technology Services on our Brunswick campus. That's on the second floor of Andrews. If you don't know where the Andrews building is, that's the building that financial aid is in. So it's on the second floor of Andrews, and they will help you download all of that stuff, and they'll do all that for free. So if you have any issues like updating your Adobe Flash or downloading Respondus, make sure you get with them, you know, in a timely manner so that you get all of these issues dealt with before it gets down to the wire. Alright, so hopefully that answers any questions that you might have. If you do have any other specific questions, just let me know. Send me an email at jberry@ccga.edu.